hi everyone. On stage right now we have Amar Williams. He is the author of the famous Red Flag, and we will be revealing his book today. We'll be interviewing him for a while, and he'll also be signing a couple of author copies. Right? So Amar, to start with, as much as I've known about you is that you're someone who's very passionate about art and illustrations and drawing and coloring, and you call yourself a letterer or a penciler, everything, right?
Yes.
But you still say that your heart is into storytelling,
Yes.
or like movie directing movies,
Yes.
right? So to tell you a little bit, I mean to tell everyone a little bit about the book, this is essentially this is essentially an action-laden book, a story which is set in Chennai, if I'm not
Yes.
wrong, right?
Yes.
So it's a city which is crime-stricken by a terrorist organization,
Yes.
and there's a game developer by the name Amar, right?
Yes,
And the
yes.
character's name is also Amar, right?
Yes.
But he makes the character the red flag, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the character is the red flag, and that character is very rounded and very grey. He's not your ideal superhero. He has his own flaws, he has his own edges, and after a point that character comes to life, and people are now confused as if he's a superhero or is he the doom, right? So they're confused as if he's the superhero or not. So in a gist, this is what the
Yes.
comic is about.
Yes.
But if I have to ask you to sort of talk about a book, about your book a little bit, the characters in it and the idea behind it, how would you do that?
Talk a little bit more
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the book. Yeah, the book is something. What I feel is it's more than video games and more than these things. It has another very deep layer behind it. There is a character called Yari. He comes in the book. So that character and Red Flag are all connected, and there is a very deep, strong, powerful, good message which I'm trying to say to this world.
Yeah.
So it's about that. So for that, this is just the beginning point, the video games and stuff.
All right, all right. So I would, since we have, we've gotten this introduction about the book, would you like to reveal your book now?
Yeah. So
Please,
I'll
let's
just
go ahead. Yeah, just take it up
Okay.
and reveal it to everyone.
Okay.
So essentially, when did you start ideating this? How long did it take you to come up with the whole, let's just say, the whole universe of Red Flag?
Yes.
How long did it take?
I took like almost 5 to 7 years.
5 to 7 years.
Yes, to write the story, it just took a little less, but to draw and to conceptualize the whole
Yeah.
thing, it took a lot of time.
And what about the illustrations? The illustrations are crazy. I mean, every page is just full of colors. It's so much action. There is so much happening on, like, in every page.
Yes.
So how long did it take you to bring all of that together?
It took like almost 1.5 years.
1.5 years.
Yes.
And that is to say you were working on it every day.
Yes, not
Right?
every day. Whenever I find free time, my main thing is filmmaking,
Yeah.
acting, and I used to have a lot of story discussions with my team. And whenever I have free time, I do this stuff.
Oh, so this is also like your passion, but also
Yes,
something
yes.
that you would want to, bring out to the people.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Is this your first fully published? If I'm not, the first fully published comic.
Yeah,
right?
this is my first everything.
Everything. So whatever is to follow would be like a sequel, or is it gonna be of the same universe, or is it a separate universe, same characters?
Yeah, it will be a sequel from where this story has ended in this book. From that point, the sequel will be
So
starting.
this is just
Yes.
the beginning.
Yeah,
and
just the
then
beginning. Yes.
there'll be phases. There'll
Yeah,
be more
yeah,
things
yeah. I'll
happening,
have.
more characters.
I have lot of things planned for this
You have a
universe
lot
and
of-
things. Yes.
And any of these characters, were they, taken from somewhere? What were you inspired by?
Inspired by I don't know what really inspired me. I just like Spider-Man from the Marvel universe. So Spider-Man, Batman, and these are my favorite characters, and Wolverine. So all these little kinds of recipes will be have in these characters and stuff.
You've also mentioned a couple of directors or movie directors and
Yes.
illustrators where you were talking about it,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So,
yes.
could you name a few of your favorites? Any favorite
Yeah.
illustrators or any favorite movie directors?
Yeah, my favorite illustrator will be Patrick Brown. So from my childhood, I got inspired from a lot of his artworks behind the toy boxes and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So when it comes to illustrations, he is my biggest inspiration. And when it comes to filmmaking, direction, and stuff, I love Sam Raimi, the first Spider-Man's director,
Yeah,
Spider-Man 2002. His way of telling a superhero film, it won't be like a generic superhero, but
yeah,
it'll be treated like something very real
yeah.
and
Very
authentic.
close to
Yeah,
the
yeah, close to,
reality.
yes,
Yeah,
very relatable and those kind of stuff.
yeah.
And I also like Christopher Nolan, Dark
You
Knight. Yes,
definitely. I
yeah,
mean, the
these two are
Batman
my
series is insane and rightly so, right? It's so amazing.
yes.
And the comics are even like, there's just volumes and volumes of comic, right? So it's
Yes,
always, I'm pretty sure it inspires you a lot,
yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Because for example, if I am interested in fiction, I get inspired by so many fiction writers. So in fact, if this is your genre, then you have so many great comic artists who I'm pretty sure you would have grown reading, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So has comics or sci-fi or superhero always been your genre while growing up, or were you also interested in poetry, prose, or just or were you not literature like a literature person, or were you more into like video games?
Yeah, actually, I haven't read any book in my life.
Okay.
So even when it came to comic book, I just used to flip the pages for the artworks and stuff. When I thought of okay, let's make a comic book only, I think I've read one or two. That's it. And I'm more into playing video games and watching movies
Watching.
and these kind of stuff. And genre, I like almost all kinds of genre.
So do you also watch a lot of anime and
Yeah,
things?
no, not lot of anime. Just very very few.
All right, all right, all right. And can you talk to me about a little bit about the cover? Like, why exactly this frame? Like, specifically this frame, right? You have all the characters here,
Yes,
but
yes.
is this a very significant part of the story?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. About the cover, right?
Yeah,
So this guy over here is the main character.
which is inspired
Yes,
and
yes.
framed around your
Yeah,
own
yeah, yeah.
personality.
On
Yeah,
my personality.
yeah.
So and there is the sea anemone thing over here. This is where he gets the his powers and stuff.
Oh, so yeah. So
So
this is, in fact, very, very
uh,
crucial part of the
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah, like that. And he's a there's kind of a video gaming thing related to this character. So there is this a blue tone video game fellow doing something over there. And yeah, these are his team members, and behind these five people are the villains in this specification. That's
How
just that.
so? How has your journey been publishing this book? Like, I'm pretty sure you would have gone through a lot of checks yourself,
Yes.
checking the size, getting to know things or getting involved in things you wouldn't really care about. You have a story, you have your
Yes.
illustrations, and you want a book. But the moment you become like, potential of becoming an author, the work that you put in, the journey, it's very different, right? So
Yes,
how was
yes.
that journey for you?
It
And what
was.
what new did you learn about yourself or things that you are capable of doing beyond this?
uh, it was very very interesting, and it didn't seem difficult and all because I loved every part of it. And the one thing which I learned about myself was when doing this book, what I had in mind was to let's have a goal, like we have to deliver the best comic book in India. Let's push in every small move we do. Let's push ourselves a little extra mile, something like that. So I did not expect this much of an response from our crowd, and after this, I'm like, okay, we have to have this kind of an attitude to everyone. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I mean, everyone of this generation has grown up reading a lot of Western comics, a lot of Western superheroes. They're not a lot of, like you said, your character is very relatable.
Yes.
And Spider-Man, the fact that you like Spider-Man so much is because he was so relatable.
Yes.
So I think people back home need someone who looks like them, right? who has the same skin tone, who acts and breathes, who is from the same city. It
Yes.
makes you connect deeper,
Yes.
right? So I think this is really needed, and that is why it's getting picked up so much, because people want to see a Desi superhero, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and
yeah.
also in terms of it being so different from your usual superheroes, because it is so, gray of a
Yes.
character.
Yeah.
So how did you like think of that psyche for this superhero? Like, why not make him like extremely good? Because that's what superheroes have been,
Yes, yes,
the
yes.
good
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he's clearly not that. So why did you
Yes.
choose to do that?
Um, I don't know it. I don't know the formula behind it. The idea just came up, and I loved the idea. And just okay, if I love the idea, most
Maybe
people will
people
do.
will also like
So
it.
I really don't know the formula behind it, how I came up with this idea and all. I just came, and I just enjoyed just
Did
that.
you maybe wanted to make it more realistic?
Yeah, yeah, maybe that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
All right. So, do you have anything that you're working on currently, looking forward to, or is it the sequel of this
Yes,
part
the
two?
sequel of this. I'm
So,
currently working
how
on.
far are you with it?
It's just in the beginning stage. So
Okay.
as I told you, this took like almost a year to
Yeah.
complete.
Yeah.
So the same, I don't want to compromise on the quality when it comes to
Definitely.
sequel.
Definitely.
So I'm just going to give it a lot of time and the same amount of process. So something, I'm trying to do something better than this current issue.
And what is your art medium? Like, what is your preferred medium of art? Where do you usually, what do you prefer more? Like, what do you say, digital art,
Hmm.
or a lot of people like to work around with canvases
Yes, yes, yes.
and different mediums, right? Every artist has their own medium. What is your preferred medium?
My preferred medium is almost everything, but
Okay. Wow,
but
that's
the
because
yes,
you're
yes,
so
yes.
talented. You
Yeah, yeah,
dabble
yeah.
with everything.
Yeah, but I think every artist should be very strong in the basic, the foundational, traditional artworks,
Yeah.
and then come to all of the other stuff.
So,
So
where
yeah,
did you begin? What was your base?
yeah, normal pen, paper, pencil. That's it. I
Paper pencil.
didn't go to any drawing classes and stuff.
All right.
So I just, my mom used to draw very much. So I used to, she used to guide me, do like this, do that, and then slowly it became, I became good at this.
That's really nice. That's really nice. Anything apart from like your own generation, like people that we know, who else do you think would pick up this book?
Who else? I don't know. I thought just 13 to 25 will be
The
will be the
range,
right age.
yeah.
But when I came here, the first person who I saw was like one 55, 60-year old, and
Yeah.
he came and he saw the book, congratulated
I
me. I
think he,
like it very
yeah,
much.
I think he came in asking specifically for red flag,
Yes.
right? So that's
Yeah.
that's great, right? So clearly there is no limit or age
Yeah.
for enjoying books, no
Yes.
matter
Yeah.
what genre they are, right?
Yes.
I wish you all the best
Thank
for
you.
your
Thank
book.
you.
I hope it sells, I mean, millions of copies.